Pittsburgh Steeler Nation and Fantasy Football Nation. It is time to draw for the Behind the Steel Curtain Fantasy Football League draft order. For those of you that are just followers of the channel, don't know what's going on, at BehindTheSteelCurtain.com, we're having a Fantasy Football League this year. It's going to take place live in the comment section on July 19th and July 20th. It's going to be split up over 2 nights, and we're going to do the draft live, pick by pick. If you are interested that night, you can go to the website, BehindTheSteelCurtain.com, go and check it out, can watch us as we actually draft. We're excited to see how this goes. This is the first time we're trying it in this exact format. We did one, last year was the first year that we actually did any sort of league, just in the fan post section of the site. And the last year's winner is in the league this year, Doug. So I'm excited to see where he's going to be picking, as well as all of us. So for those of you in the league, got 16 names in here. One for each person in the league. As you can see, they're all crumpled up. Going to mix them up. A lot of anticipation. So, the person that is going to be picking first in the BTSC Fantasy Football League is Aliquippa Quip with Get Ya Popcorn Ready. That is his team name. I don't know how well you can see that on there. I tried to do as good as I could. But he has been a longtime member of the site. So we have a nice balance in here. We have some newer people, plus we have some more, I don't want to say more storied, but been around the site for a little bit longer. So I like the balance that we have in the league, so I'm looking forward to that. Second pick. Wow, we're getting the long-timers in here. Blue Nose Steelhead is getting pick number 2. So we have 2 guys. Both of those guys have been on the site for a while. They comment on a lot of articles. If you're a member of the site, you are probably familiar with them in some sort or fashion. All right. Third pick. All right, so this one is a little bit fairly newer. This is going to TN Steve, Tennessee Steve 2007. I believe he is newer to the site, but we're excited to have him in the league and stuff. He's been very active so far, getting some different things started. So excited to have him in the league this year. So he gets the 3rd pick. All right, finishing out the top 4. Let's see who this is here. All right, so this is, I believe, I don't know if he's new to SB Nation, but I do not see him comment a whole lot. But this is going to Steel Dragons. Behind the Steel Curtain username, I believe, is Mr. Math Miller. So congratulations on getting the 4th pick. And for those of you that are in the league, you don't comment a whole lot, I encourage you to do so. 1, to get used to the commenting format and stuff, because you're going to be you're going to want to be used to that by the night of the draft. Plus, you want the BTSC community to know who you are. When I wrote the article, I said active members of the site, and that's what the site editors are expecting. So just keep that in mind. Be mindful of that. So commenting frequently on articles in between now and then. There's articles that go up on the site every day. You know, just be interactive and stuff with different people in the BTSC community, and that will be awesome. All right, so how many picks is that? That's 4, right? All right. 5th pick. This pick is going to Polk High Panthers, which is Mike P816. I believe he is also newer to BTSC, so excited to have you on. Be sure to be commenting. Excited to see that. You get the 5th pick. Number 6. All right, this one, I believe I've seen him comment several times, not a bunch, but 1.21 kilowatt, aka the Finger on BTSC. Team owner is Bung, so you get the 6th pick. I'm just making sure I'm not making any mistakes, so I'll probably have to go back and watch this a few times to make sure I remember the draft order before I submit it. So if I'm correct, I think we're on the 7th pick now. Let's see here. All right, so this one, for those of you that are not familiar, Behind the Steel Curtain also has a YouTube page. And each, I believe it's every day they have a live podcast. They have some of them that are just their podcast-only platforms that they have in the morning. But they do have YouTube live streams podcasts each night during the week. And there's several different commenters that we have in this league that are on there frequently that comment in the live chat while things are going on. One of them is Black and Gold Goggles. He is getting the 7th pick here. So excited to have him in the league. He's I don't see him comment a ton on BTSC. I think I have a few times. But excited to have him in there. Kind of an interactive member on the video end of Behind the Steel Curtain. All right. Or 8th pick, I believe. And last year's champion, Dukes, gets the 8th pick. So our champion is picking near the middle here. If I'm going to check here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, we are halfway home, so we got 8 more to go. And this game, the 9th pick, is going to George, a.k.a. Cocalico84, team name Steagles 2021. So I'm not super familiar with this person, but excited to have you in the league as well. Be sure to be commenting on articles, not just my articles, but others. All right, 10th pick. And this is a new one. I believe this person said that she followed the Behind the Steel Curtain on Facebook, but she has now joined the site, hoping to see her comment in the near future. Excited to have her on the site. This is Joanna with Team Big TDs, BTSC username PD226. So excited to have you in the league as well. 11th pick, if I'm not mistaken, goes to Steeler fan 11. That was not exactly where I wanted to be picking, but I'm excited to see what is. Right in that range to get Najee Harris. So I believe NFL.com has him rated like 13th or something. So, I'm in that range. For those of you that don't really pay attention, I was not a fan of the Najee Harris pick just because I don't like taking running backs in the first round. That said, I'm not against taking him in fantasy football. And I'm not going to give away too much, but I'm just saying that volume, potential volume he could get, if the Steelers' offensive line can at least be somewhat decent run blocking with Kevin Dotson, if DeCastro can come back to full health, and then you have Kendrick Green, the rookie center, if they all can really get into sync early in the season, Najee Harris could be a decent late first, early second round pick. So I'm not sure who I'm going to take. For all I know, being a Steelers fans league, he may be gone. But pick 12, I believe, is going to Malcolm Crosby. He is, I don't believe he's terribly new to the site, but I don't see him a whole lot, but excited to have him in the league as well. Looks like he's a Penguins fan. So, if I'm not mistaken, we got 4 picks left. Yeah, I feel like 4 of them in there. And there's another fairly new one. Team Big Ben MVP, which is 1, 2, 3, Cub, 1, 2, 3, Cub, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, excited to have you in the league as well. Getting the 13th pick, I believe. All right. Still got a couple guys I know of that are not in here. I know there's a couple others I haven't seen picked. Okay, here's one of the ones I was thinking of. Routine Fantasy Routinely. This is another one of, he does comment on Behind the Steel Curtain as well, but he also is in the YouTube live streams often. And that's Tyler W. So I was excited when he said he was going to join the league, so he gets the 14th pick. We still have Yinzer in here, which I'm surprised his name hasn't been picked yet. And let's see if this is him. Nope. It is 717 Steelers, which is Matthew. Excited to have him. He's been an occasional commenter, I believe, but is getting a little bit more active as of late, so excited to have him around, which means as long as I didn't make a mistake, Yinzer, who's somewhat new to the site, but comments very often on articles, always enjoy hearing his takes, gets the 16th pick. So Yinzer, who, whatever his name is, I believe he changes it. I don't know how. Just let me know, how often do you change that name, by the way? I'm just curious. He changes it like once a month. But anyways, that is going to do it for our draft drawing. Remember, July 19th and 20th. In the article, it said we were going to start at 8 o'clock. I did not expect us to get to 16 people this early. So what we're actually going to do, we're going to try to start it at 7 o'clock both nights, and we're just going to go until we get halfway through. The pick time, right now I'm leaning towards 1 minute and 30 seconds just because we got to keep up with the pace. Because we don't want to be there all night. If you have any scheduling conflicts, let me know. If we're going to try to do a couple roll calls inside the league per se, where I'm just going to, post a message for a roll call and, just everyone say that you're still here, you're still in it, just so I know that everyone is paying attention to it and everyone's going to be there the night of the draft. Because this is on the main page of the site, and this is reflective of the entire site. So, let's be sure to be respectful of that, and respectful of the editors, the awesome editors, Jeff Hartman and Dave Schofield, who are allowing us to do this on this platform. So excited for this. Should be a great thing for the site. I'm looking forward to a great season as well. We'll discuss more bench sizes and things just in the comment section on the site. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. If you are someone who's just watching the draft order drawing and you want to watch the draft again, be sure to go over to BehindTheSteelCurtain.com July 19th and 20th. And you can watch and you can grade us and let us know who is going to win this year's fantasy championship. Will Dukes win it for a second year? Will one of the newcomers to the site win for the first time? Or will one of the long-timers, maybe Blue Nose Steelhead or Aliquip Equip or Steeler Fan 11? Who's going to win? I'm excited to find out. If you're just a fantasy football fan, you have questions or comments that you want answered on the next fantasy football video, be sure to put in the comment section, and I will be sure to answer that for you. That's going to do it all for this time. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you on the next one.